What is up, guys? NYKF31 here, Madden 19. This is some online Regs gameplay of the Minnesota Vikings. Pretty much taking what was labbed in the live stream that I did the other day. I'll put the link into the description below if you haven't watched it. I'm going to condense all this stuff in separate videos for easier, more efficient viewing for you guys. But basically, just taking some of the stuff that I was talking about and trying out and tweaking to the run and shoot this year, out for a little bit of a test drive and seeing what needs to be tweaked a little bit further, and all of that good stuff. First game is against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got two games here. This guy using the Steelers was a little bit on the passive side as far as his defensive style is concerned, as opposed to what you see in the next video. But anyway, I don't have the playbook here in Mutt yet, and truth be told, I'm of the opinion that the best online Madden is Regs as far as how the game plays, because you're not dealing with a bunch of supermen all over the field and elites all over the field and legends, and everyone is pretty much fielding a weakness-free team. With regular teams, you have strengths and weaknesses you have to account for more because you don't have a loaded roster up and down your depth chart. But the Vikings have some interesting pieces. Cousins is pretty decent. Dalvin Cook I really like a lot. The outside guys I have, Diggs and Thielen, they're amazing. Kyle Rudolph is in one slot and Jarius Wright. Someone asked how they would use a tight end or get the most out of a stud tight end in this, and really that's pretty much up to you. You can put him in a slot. I mean, I wouldn't put him. I have him, you'll see later on, I have him, Kyle Rudolph, in a slot where he'd be running bubble screens every now and then, which isn't ideal. So you can have him in a slot to, catch those vertical seams and crossers and all that, or you can put him outside for jump balls. Just depending on how good of a route runner he is, you can be a bit more creative with him as far as where you put him, and just kind of maximize the spots where he can use his spec catching traffic, and all that good stuff, downfield or over the middle the most. Looking at this team, I would probably have Rudolph outside where he's going to be solo on the trip side, and have Thielen in the slot. But anyhow, starting out with a little bit of 2x2 60 go, since that auto motion route is borked, and if you're playing online, mud or head-to-head, you can use that hitch route and playmaker if you wish. An online league won't be able to do that. But I didn't like the look there to the left. I tried to take a little one-on-one shot with Stephon Diggs on the fade route there. So 2nd and 10. We'll see how aggressive he wants to get on 2nd down. Really annoying that we can't edit these, alternate playbooks. It really takes a lot of the. It really screws with the efficiency of running it, because you have to set up your on-the-fly audibles for the formations you want to use. And he was either pass committing or had that backer there in a deep zone, because he scared right out there and gave me some easy yards. So he's playing pretty light in the box. It's like he's playing dollar. But again, I have to go through the formation and kind of set the audibles that I want to use. But the good news is there aren't a whole heck of a lot of formations in this playbook, so that's not too, the worst burden in the world compared to a stock playbook. But in a stock playbook, you can set your audibles before you enter the game. So, yeah, come on. I'll also do that for all the playbooks in the game. So he's showing double A gap here. We do a little outside zone / sweep / off tackle, get some nice yardage there. So, if they're going to give me the run, take the run. We're going to play 2x2 60 go again. We're going to put Rudolph on a streak this time. If I can clear that defender out, maybe get an opening for the curl. But nope, I have the shallow cross coming from the backside of the formation. And if he's going to stay on the defensive lineman like that, I'll just pick the level that opens up. Same concept again, and we're just checking it down each time when those linebackers skate out of there. Don't be greedy with it. I like the numbers there to the left. Check to a run. He actually gets a block shed, but I'm able to cut back and miss his diving tackle attempt. I got kind of fortunate there. So, now we're into the most challenging portion of running this offense. That's in the red zone. You gotta, sort out what I want to do when I'm inside the red zone. I'm thinking a healthy dose of spot type concepts levels. That all hitch play actually, for the first time in a couple of years now, is actually useful, but I'm not going to stay in it. I'm going to audible into play action drag here at a flanker close. I'm going to have Rudolph here in front of the safety, but I kind of lock onto the drag. I mean, no one's perfect. That's a touchdown there to Rudolph if I threw it earlier, as soon as he broke across the middle, but yeah. So anyhow, third and long, we're going to dial up switch smash. We're looking for the switch combo all the way here. I think maybe one of those guys might be blitzing there to the left, but it turns out to be just straight cover two drop. The mid read drops to the strength of the formation on the field side, which opens up the deep post right behind it once he crosses the safety, and we ring it up. So he is on offense now, and the Steelers have some, good stuff, as we all know. Antonio Brown, you have Juju Smith-Schuster, Le'Veon Bell, of course, Big Ben, and they have a pretty good O-line in this game. So we will see if he knows how to use them. He's on the march here pretty nicely. Third and one, he's inside the 10 now, so we're bringing a little bit of heat here and hard flatten. Runs the fullback dive, and he falls forward and gets it. Fast moving quarter, half I should say. I had the ball. I was pretty efficient with my drive, and that didn't leave him with a whole heck of a lot of time. So he runs the ball on third down. 7 seconds left, so he didn't try to force the ball into the end zone. So he goes in and takes his 3. So he gets on the board there, and I think he gets the ball back in the second half. So I guess he's thinking, play it safe, but I thought that was kind of conservative. So anyway, he is back on offense, especially when he has timeouts in his back pocket. So anyhow, he's back on O. Play action. Here's a crosser. There's a corner. He's running a flood route, and that gets in there. I was in straight cover 3. So once the corner was out there, I had one guy accounting for in between the flat route and the corner, and he gets it behind him. So didn't get a pass rush in there. So there you go. Anyhow, 2nd and 9. He's on the march. Breaks a tackle, so he's on the doorstep, trying to keep him out. And I do see Antonio Brown here, but I'm a little bit late coming out of my strafe, a little bit sluggish there coming out of the strafe, and I'm not able to get there. So he's actually in the lead now. So here's what I was talking about. I like to have Jarius right where Kyle Rudolph is, because Kyle Rudolph is just not going to gain a whole heck of a lot of yards after the catch. And it's basically a 4-yard gain at best with him. And this is just a mistake by me. He was playing a hard flat. I had to fade there. Also, if I was a little bit more patient, I would have had the post there breaking over the middle. But, yeah, I screwed that one up. It's going to happen, No one's perfect, so he's back on offense here, and he's going to hit the play action crossers. So he's back in business. We got to get a stop. There's that concept is in so many formations. That's one you have to constantly be on the lookout for. And he hits Juju Smith-Schuster over the top there. That's well done by him. So he's playing with some sense. I got to give him credit for that. He's playing with some sense on offense. He's not forcing anything. He's making good reads. He's got Le'Veon Bell, who he shoots out there with. So I gotta get on the ball. I can't let him score a touchdown. I finally get him flush a little bit. That's Daniil Hunter. He gets the sack. That's a big play. So 3rd and long here. I'm looking for that slot all the way. For whatever reason, I don't know why this happens. I gotta fix that. For whatever reason, the coverage indicator popped up, and it hadn't popped up all game. It does that by random, and I find it very distracting. They gotta fix that kind of stuff. But anyhow, we're back on offense. We gotta get a touchdown. I want to get a touchdown. I want to settle for 3. Run a little HY option again with the square in there behind the zone coverage. We're going to go 60 go again from 2x2. I have a hole there for the curl on the hard flat, but I take the crosser over the middle. That brings us to a 4th and 5. He goes double A gap, and he brings his safeties all the way up, but he's playing cover 2, and that puts them way, way out of position. And plus, with the double A gap, the mid-read doesn't get back there in time, and boom. And here he run commits, and I hit Thielen on a fade here. That looks kind of borderline whether he was in or not. They give it to me, so we're up 14-10, playing some defense now. And he did a real good job all game of running these sideline flood concepts. And here he decides to run the ball, which is something that I'm perfectly content with. Keeps the clock running, and he's in a bad formation here to know how he should have used a timeout there. If you're going to do that, just not very good game management there. There's only so much you can go to, no huddle-wise. Kendrick's just not close, so he catches that, so now he's on the march here. And I got to give him credit. He's making good throws. I got to find a way to, slow this down. I'm going to play protect the sticks here, so I'm going to change that linebacker to a deep zone as well. And we're going to have the defender there right in position to break that up. So he only has a couple more downs left to work with here. 2nd and 10. I was in cover 3 match that time, and Sendejo gets the INT to seal the game. So get a W there. Next game is against the Niners. Haven't seen the Niners yet in action online. I've played about maybe 5 games with the Vikings. I'll probably start moving on from them after this game. But yeah, going up against the Niners, we'll see what we have going on here. Marquise Goodwin fast as hell. They got Garoppolo. Their backs are pretty good. McKinnon and Breeder are pretty quick. Let's see what's what. Garcon is pretty solid. Let's see what he's about. Comes out in I-form twins. Gonna run a little stretcheroo. Tries to cut it back. Get some pretty good yards there. So good job of not forcing it outside, because I was, charging hard there, and he cuts it back, gains some yards. 3rd and 4. He is in trips. He's got a select in the slot. Runs an angle route with a crosser to the other side. I have a spy in there to kind of muddy that up a little bit based on that down and distance, and he does a good job. He stays patient, and I can only cover one of those, and he threw to the one that I didn't cover. So, there you go. 2nd and 8. He runs inside zone. Harrison Smith brings the lumber. My God. Jesus. Survived that hit with life and limb intact. Jeez. He's going to run stretch again. We're better on it there. So we're going to get him in 3rd and 8. We're going to be in some man coverage here. And we hold. So he will settle for the field goal attempt. Kick is going to be up, and it will be good. So we're on offense here, and he comes up much more aggressive. He's going to be using the safety there. He's going to be double A gapping a lot. On the trip side, we got levels concept working. He's kind of caught in space. He doesn't really know where to go with his user, so he hits Stephon Diggs, dragging across the field as the shallow level there. We're going to go HY option here, see how he plays this. Again, showing double A gap. We're going to wheel Cook out. Nice little spin, gain some yards there. He's going to be showing double A gap yet again. He's going to be zone blitzing. Someone was watching True Boy in the Mutt League, the Mutthead League yesterday. And Stephon Diggs gets separation on Richard Sherman. We go over the top. We hit him with the fade. So we're cooking. We'll be running choice again. We get the slant with that space opening up. Boom, touchdown. So we worked choice and HY option and streak option pretty well on that drive. So we're up 7-3. I like how those 3 players are working. I feel like those concepts are in a good spot. And now we can, branch out from there. And that's how you lab. You work on some concepts, you test them out. When you feel good with them, then you expand. Now, some of these hot routes I won't be able to do in online CFM, due to rules constraints, but we can still make it work. But of course, in head-to-head online regs and in MUT, no holes barred. We take the gloves off and we, get it done. So anyhow, back to stopping him. He's going to bail out of the pocket there. Doesn't really have much place to go, and he's just going to chuck it, and he's very fortunate. That didn't turn out a whole heck of a lot worse. Tried the old tight end angle. Ran the ball pretty well. He almost popped out of there. That was a good run by McKinnon there. Going to bring a little bit of pressure here. And he just gets destroyed by Eric Hendrick. My goodness. Hurry up mode. $1:20 left, 3rd and 7. Going to put a dropper in the hole. He's going to motion one of his receivers in right against the tackle, and that turns him into a blocker. Trying to get some more protection. He runs a little deep comeback there to the solo side. So now he's knocking on the door again. We're going to change it up here to man coverage. We're going to put the guy who will be joining the rush into a deep middle and shade outside. and he forces it, and we should have gotten an INT there. Sendejo really did a good job there, getting off and breaking on that ball. Really nice. So he's going to settle for the field goal. Kick is up. It is good. 7-6. So with 28 seconds left, soft box here. We're going to just run the ball right up the middle. But alas, the blocking does not cooperate, and we get nothing. There you go, 4-yard loss. We're going to stay in this formation because I really love this dagger concept out of this set. We catch a safety there in match coverage against Jarius Wright, and Jarius Wright wins that one-on-one. I'll give guys a shot. I'll give guys a shot one-on-one if I feel like they have the ratings to at least have a chance to make something happen. So we are going to go into the half with a field goal attempt, and we're going to go up 10-6. I mean, if you don't try to get a big play downfield one-on-one, you'll never get a big play downfield one-on-one. So, don't go crazy, but take your shots when you have them. So now we have Wright in the slot there for the bubble screen, and of course Kyle Rudolph will make a crap block, and we only gain 3 yards. So back to trips, back to choice, and he's given up playing user defense. He's now going to be on the defensive line. I think I kind of freaked him out and scared him off of it, and he's all kinds of badly aligned there. That's easy pickings there on the hot route, out route there on the trip side. And again, he's just horribly aligned. He's basically screaming, hey, throw a fade to the outside on me. He's base aligned press, stupid way to have your defense aligned, and he's going to pay the price. We're just going to go up top and just hit the fade. And it's going to be a touchdown, and he's no one to blame for that but himself. Just dumb. Stop doing that. So, 17-6. We're in good shape. Now he's going to come out and split close, so I believe the desperation portion of the programming is upon us. Breaks a tackle there with McKinnon, and he's going to go up tempo. So, got to watch out for those crossing routes out of this formation. He actually runs the ball here, and I do a terrible job there. So, that's not good. 3rd and inches, he's back in I formation. Runs fullback dive. And again, you might as well just reset and get a better formation out there than this, because you're not going to be able to stay in this for a prolonged period of time, no huddling. Tries to do the fake pitch, and no. So he just wasted it down there. So 2nd and 11, play action boot, we're in contains, and he gets planted. And that's just another example of a guy just not managing the game properly, and he's now up in 3rd and 21. We're going to bring a blitz there, and I damn near INT it. We brought both corners off the edge, and I hauled tail to the slot, and he is really fortunate. I did not use our INT. That's a 4th and 21. We're in man coverage all the way. Turnover on downs. He just had no clue where to go with the ball. If we get the ball back, and this game is effectively over. He's just going to start rage blitzing now. This is a 0 blitz look all the way. What I'm going to do, I'm going to motion Rudolph here to just outside the tackle, and he stays in the block, and that's going to give me time to get the deep comeback to Thielen off, and I possession catch that manually, secure the catch. Tick-tock goes the clock. We're in the 4th quarter, and here I just get a bad throw, just getting greedy here. I just get a bad pass lead. Cousins let me down there. I mean, I had everything I wanted there. Thielen ran the right option route. I had space. I just got a bad throw there. So now he has, some gasp of life left. But he's down 11, and he's at the 10-yard line. He's got a ways to go. He's going to start out running. Again, I'm cool with that. With 4 and change left, up 11, go ahead and run when you're that far away. Not really going to be concerned about that all too much. The odds of him breaking a 90-yard run or even a 60-yard run is pretty slim. Now the clock is running. He's doing his hot routes. Don't know what he's trying to do here. He has a bunch of guys blocking. He has a guy wheeling and not going very far. So 3rd and 6. He ran streaks and did a whole bunch of hot routes there. My gosh. Probably some max protects and some drags and whatnot, but the play was over so quick I didn't really have time to assess what was going on. So 3rd and 6. What am I going to be in here? I think I'm going to be in cloud. I think I'm going to be in cover 3 cloud show 2. Just going to rush 3 and just, have him show me he can make a read all the way down the field. Not going to get overly fancy. And he can't do it. Sendejo gets the INT, and he is going to run it back, and that's going to be the end of the game. So there we go. So that is going to be that. I really like playing the Vikings. They're a fun team to play with. They really are. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.